Are you sure your cat truly understands that you love them? You may feed them, pet them, call their name, and reach for them every day, believing those little moments prove how much you care. But cats do not read love the same way humans do. Some gestures that feel warm to you can feel confusing, intrusive, or even stressful to them. For a cat, love does not begin with being held, it begins with feeling safe. And these 7 tiny habits can quietly change everything for both of you. Start with the way you speak to your cat, because before your cat chooses to come closer, they first need to recognize you as something safe. Many people feel silly using that soft, slightly higher voice they naturally use around cats, so they switch back to a normal tone, or they call their cat in a flat, rushed, sometimes loud way. But your cat is not measuring the meaning of every word. What matters more is the emotional shape of your voice. A gentle, warm tone can make your cat pause, turn their head, flick an ear, blink slowly, or stay where they are instead of walking away. To a cat, sudden sounds can feel uncertain, while a calm voice repeated every day becomes familiar, almost like a small promise. This person is not here to scare me. So when you pass your cat, when you place food down, or when you notice them watching from across the room, speak softly and warmly. Do not worry if they do not run toward you immediately, because cats often answer in tiny ways. Staying nearby can already be a response. Over time, your voice becomes part of their sense of safety. But voice is only the first step, because there is an even smaller signal, lasting just seconds, that can mean, in cat language, I trust you. That signal is the slow blink. Many cat owners stare at their cats because they believe long eye contact feels loving. But in a cat's world, an unbroken stare can feel intense, pressuring, or even challenging. The more carefully you watch, the more your cat may turn away, tense up, or leave. Not because they dislike you, but because the moment feels too direct. Your cat does not need you to look longer. They need you to look softer. When a cat slowly closes their eyes in front of you, they are doing something vulnerable. For a brief moment, they lower their guard, trusting that nothing bad will happen while their eyes are not fully open. So when you return that gesture, you are not saying, look at me. You are saying, you can relax here. I will not hurt you. The habit is simple. When your cat meets your eyes, soften your gaze, lower your eyelids slowly, hold it for about 1 second, then open them gently and look slightly away so they do not feel trapped by your attention. If your cat blinks back, stays in place, lies down, or loosens their body, they are answering in their own quiet language. They may not run toward you immediately. Sometimes the first sign of trust is simply that they remain. Picture a cat across the room, watching without moving, while you slow blink once and wait. If their eyes soften even a little, that is the beginning. And once your cat starts seeing you as safe, the next thing they need is not more petting, but a chance to live through their deepest instinct. Now that your cat begins to feel safe around you, the next step is helping them feel understood, and few things matter more than play. Many owners wave a toy back and forth in front of their cat's face, move it at the same speed, or push it toward them, then assume the cat is lazy when nothing happens. But your cat is not bored with playing. They are bored with a game that doesn't feel real. Cats are built to hunt, and what excites them is not the toy itself, but the sequence of stalking, watching, chasing, pouncing, and finally catching. If that sequence is missing, the game has no meaning. Move the toy away from your cat, not toward them. Let it disappear behind a chair, under the edge of a rug, or around a corner. Then pause before making it dart away like prey trying to escape. When your cat lowers their body, focuses their eyes, holds still, or flicks their tail with quiet concentration, their instinct has awakened. End by letting them catch the toy, because a hunt without a catch can leave them frustrated. 5 to 10 minutes of this each day is enough when the play feels alive. A cat who hunts properly often becomes calmer, sleeps better, and bonds more deeply with the person who understands them. But bonding does not always require movement. Sometimes trust grows strongest when you do nothing. But not every form of bonding has to look active. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can give your cat is quiet permission to exist near you without being pulled into your world. Many owners believe closeness means petting. holding, calling the cat over, or offering food, so when their cat rests across the room, they assume nothing meaningful is happening. But cats do not always show affection by rushing toward someone. Many show trust by sharing space, sitting a little closer than yesterday, turning their back without fear, or sleeping in the same room while you are there. When you sit nearby without reaching, calling, staring, or expecting anything, your cat receives a message that feels deeply safe. I do not need you to perform for me. I simply want to be here with you. Read, work, scroll your phone, or sit quietly, but let your cat control the distance. At first, they may stay near the doorway or on the far side of the room. After a few days, they may choose the rug near your chair. One day, they may step onto the same sofa and leave a small gap between you. And that gap matters because they chose to make it smaller on their own terms. In a cat's world, being chosen is more powerful than being grabbed, and once your cat allows you into their space, the next lesson is learning how to touch without making that trust feel invaded. Once your cat has chosen to stay near you, the next mistake is reaching in too quickly, as if closeness automatically gives permission. Many owners see their cat within reach and bend down to stroke the head, move their hand from above, or assume that a cat who stays still must be comfortable. But cats do not enter every interaction through sight the way humans often do. Scent is one of their first ways of recognizing who is in front of them. And when you skip that step, you move into their personal space before they have had time to decide. A sudden hand can feel startling, while one finger offered slowly feels like a question. May I come closer? Hold your finger low, a few inches away, and let your cat come forward. If they sniff, pause, then rub their cheek or press their face into your hand. That is your invitation to touch gently. If they turn away, flatten their ears, flick their tail, step back, or stiffen, the answer is not yet. Respect that answer, because this small moment teaches your cat something important. You are not someone who takes contact by force. You are someone who asks first. Loving a cat is not touching them whenever you want. It is giving them the right to say yes or not yet. But respect does not only mean touching carefully, sometimes it means knowing when not to touch. And this is where respect becomes difficult, because few things look more lovable than a sleeping cat. Many owners see their cat curled up peacefully and feel the urge to scoop them into their arms, rub their belly, or stroke them awake, believing the cat will understand it as affection. But from the cat's side, that moment can feel very different. Sleep is when your cat is least defended, and the place they chose to rest is the place their body believed was safe enough to let go. When they are suddenly lifted, touched, or awakened, that safety can break in an instant. Even if they stay still afterward, it does not always mean they liked it. Sometimes it only means they are processing what happened. If this happens often, your cat may begin sleeping under the bed, on high shelves, behind furniture, or in corners that are harder to reach. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they are protecting the one time they feel most vulnerable. So when your cat is asleep, let them sleep. Walk past, keep the space calm, and resist the urge to prove love through contact. The message becomes simple. You can rest deeply near me, and I will not disturb you. Once your cat learns that you protect their peace, the final step is a tiny touch that can feel almost like family in their quiet world. And that final touch is the quietest one, but it can reach deeper than almost anything else you do. Earlier, you learned that your voice can help your cat recognize safety, yet there is one place on the body that can make safety feel like belonging: the space between the ears and the back of the head. When bonded cats groom each other, they often focus around the head, especially places a cat cannot easily care for alone. Being touched there is not just pleasant, it can feel like being accepted by someone trusted. This does not mean forcing affection, and it does not mean every cat wants the same pressure. The belly is vulnerable, the chin can be enjoyable for some cats, but the area between the ears and gently down the back of the head is often safer when your cat has already agreed to interact. Use your fingertips, move slowly, and keep the stroke soft and steady, never scratching hard, holding the head, or continuing if the body becomes tense. If your cat closes their eyes, softens their body, leans slightly into your hand, purrs steadily, or simply stays beside you, they are telling you the touch feels welcome. This is no longer just petting. It is the result of every small promise you made before. Speaking gently, blinking softly, waiting patiently, respecting sleep, and asking first. A cat does not need loud love. They need love that feels safe enough to choose again and again daily.